Welcome to another live stream of Custom Screen Print. Um, this is a what do you call unusual day. I don't know what is with me, but every time I do something, my mind wanders a little bit and gets into another thing. Years ago, before I came on YouTube, I built my own websites. And hey, Jones Cajun Boiled Peanut Farm, how you doing? How you doing, man? How you doing? But ever since before I joined YouTube, I was always making my own websites, and it's something I always got into. So today I don't know what was going on. I was looking for something, and I ran into it on YouTube, on Amazon.com about a website. Um, my name is what? Hold on for a minute. Hold on. Let me get my pronouncing key software here. So I don't like to pronounce people's names wrong. I'm bad with names. I'm honest with you. Let's type your name in.
Raleigh.
All right, Raleigh, what's up? I just built a nice website. 3 weeks. I'm still. Oh, I have a website already, but the whole thing is, Raleigh. For years I've been before I went on YouTube to be a YouTuber. I built my own sites. Get this thing back up. But the whole thing I found out today is that you can even use WordPad on your computer to make a website. Raleigh. Okay, I know Raleigh. Um, Raleigh. I read on Amazon today. There was a book out there. The guy was teaching about the websites, and this website software company had it out with Google, and Google took all the tools out of these software, and I wasted all my money buying these. But I hired a website designer. I built their own website on web.com. It was a website tools they gave me to build my own site, and I built it. But I would like to build my own out of just using WordPad. And it said that you can build it out of WordPad on um, on the site, a book on Amazon. You can read it on the Kindle that I got on my computer that you can read on to how to build the sites and build your own site from scratch by using WordPad on your PC. And they tell you how to do the HTML codes and the whole thing. It's awesome. You know, but I'm a t-shirt designer mostly by trade, but I keep doing a lot of things. I built my own cap press. I'll be building my second one afterwards when the other parts come back from my brother-in-law. They're supposed to cut the plate for me, but he had some issues going on. But yeah, also oh, okay. And mine is on my front page of my YouTube channel, namelessteacherword.com. I have a registered domain name for like 22 years, so that website was up for a while, but I changed different companies. Well, the best one I ever had was web.com, but unfortunately, I ran into this bad lady I met, and it ruined the whole thing on me. But I had to build a site that I could afford. It only cost $22 a month with website.com, so it's fine. But I always like to build my own sites, and that's what they say you can do. And this software shows you how to use the HTML codes. Maybe, just maybe, I don't know how to put the upload code back into this one that Google took away from them. Maybe I'll learn how to put the upload in CSS in here to put it back in the software. Because I have several softwares I can't use because they took the uploading tool out of it. So I'm just wondering, just trying to figure out how to do that with HTML codes. And they show you in the book, and it's simple as hell. I didn't think it was that easy, but when they show you, it's kind of interesting. Oh, okay, that's cool. So what do you put on yours? My server costs $20.99. I can program in a few languages. Well, mine's only $22 for mine. Yeah, I built my own website with their own tools they gave me, so I didn't have to even use my own tools. They gave me their tools, and I built them. I built it with my own, and I have a shop of gods on there and everything, so I didn't have to pay much for it. Web.com says $22 a month, 22.6, $22, but it takes 66 cents out from your ATMs in Canada. The website software is from Canada. It runs really nice. They have tools that are pretty good and everything. And I do customized T-shirts, and I sell them on the site. I just make them from people buying them from my site, and I can rent them. Be doing Dirty Diaper 21's second order of T-shirts soon. Everything has been ordered, the T-shirts and the paint and the cleaner, and all I'm waiting for now is it to come. I can start up on the program. Switched. Check it out. I did what's your site's address? Just put it in the site. What's your address in it? Hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. What's your website's name? You can put the you can put the type the website into the chat. Type in the chat and let me see the address. You don't have to be a mod to do that. And give me a thumbs up too if you don't mind. You can now. I gave you a wrench. Now add your link in there. I just gave you a temporary wrench. You can put it in here. I gave you a temporary blue jacket, bud, so you can add it in there now. Yeah, you are now. I gave you a blue jacket. There it is. Okay. Let me check it out. Oh, yeah. That's pretty nice. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. That's pretty neat. So you repair appliances, huh? Huh. That's pretty cool. Wow. That's far out. That's pretty interesting. Hmm. Good job. That really looks good. That's awesome. Yeah, I read a book on Amazon today. on the Kindle, you know, the reader software they give you for free. They said you can make a website from WordPad that your computer has, and you can make a website up on that. And they show you how to do the HTML codes and the whole bit. You know, I'll let you keep the wrench for now, anyway, until the end of the stream. If you leave, let me know when you're gonna leave, and then, you know, I can't have too many mods. I don't think we're allowed to have too many of them. But right now, you can hold the wrench on for now. So I've got no mods in here, any so you have temporary mod here until people come in and another mod will come in. Well, that's pretty interesting. Your website, though. I like it. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice, you know. It's a nice website you built. It's pretty cool. Wow. You can look at my website. I want to look at mine. I'll give you my address too. This is my website. Here it is, right here. Type it in here. That's my website. Check mine out. I had that for 21 years. Going on now later on now. Check that out. That's my website. I built that myself too. Check mine out. Tell me what you think. So what kind of work you do? You do certain things on the farm like organic, right? Is that what you do? Organic stuff? Hey there, Squirrel. How you doing, man? Say hello to Jones Cajun Boiled Peanut Farm, one of my friends. It's a temporary blue jacket, man, because no one was in here, and he wanted to drop his link. So I gave him a wrench to drop his link. That's my website there. Raleigh, that's my website I gave you. Tell me what you think of mine. Want to come up, Squirrel? Really? That's cool. I design customized t-shirts. Okay. The company I'm using is out of Canada, and it's on $22.66 a month for it. And they maintain it for me. I don't have to do anything to it. So they keep it up to date. So okay, Squirrel, come on up.
Come on up.
Hey man,
what's up? Yeah, boy. Having lunch.
That's good.
That's good. Come from the in-laws.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope you might be having lunch while I'm eating one. While I'm up
I
here.
don't mind
You know?
Yeah. Enjoy it. Yeah, echoing
though. I don't know what's going on with that. I have no idea. I don't know why I'm echoing. I have no idea. I don't know how to do the YouTube thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was reading the book on
Reading a book on what?
Amazon.
Oh, all right.
They said that website from WordPage.
Hmm.
And they said
They
that
said that
the
the
WordPad
WordPad, you,
from the
the
website.
website,
Off of Amazon.
Yeah, they
yeah,
said
they
that
said you
the
get
book
the book.
that teaches how to
Teach you how to
do
do
the
the
HTML
HTML
code
code
for
for
the
the
website,
website.
All right.
and you can read
And
the
you can
book
read
and
the
it'll
book
tell
and
you how
it'll
to
tell
do
you
it.
how to do it.
Hmm.
Just by using
Just by using
WordPad
WordPad
on your
on your
PC.
PC.
Yeah, I can see that. I can tell that you're where I'm echoing because when you talk, my avatar bounces around.
Yeah, I
It
know.
does. I don't know why it does that. I don't know why. I don't know.
Because you're on the
Because you're on the
phone.
phone.
Well, I'm inside the break room. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it sounds like I'm echoing because I have the door shut.
They said the
They said to see it,
codes make
codes
the
make
page,
the payment.
Hmm.
and the
The
HTML code
HTML code
is clean.
clean.
All right.
I used to make
I used to
websites.
make website.
I'm having like some type of chicken and mash and baked potatoes.
That's good.
That's good. So
Just don't have
just
no
don't have the
alcohol.
alcohol.
Yeah, all right.
Google took it
Google
away
took it
from me.
away from us.
Took it away from you.
No, Google
No,
took
Google
it
took it away from us.
Oh.
from Sarah.
Sarah,
I don't know
I don't know
why.
why.
They had a
They had
falling
a
out.
falling out.
That's bad.
I got stuck
I got stuck with five software.
Yeah,
Five
took a
web-
five.
Software.
What do you get stuck with?
5
Five
websites.
websites.
5 web pages.
Yep.
Yep. Awesome.
You show
You show it.
There's one.
There's one.
There's 2.
There's two.
There's 3.
There's three.
There's 4.
There's four.
And there's
There's
this one.
fifth one.
Hey, now,
Hey,
And on that money,
And they took them all away from you.
you
they
can't
can't upload.
you can't
You
upload
can upload
a website.
websites.
Jeez.
Who's on it? If I
Now what are you
learn-
gonna Now what are you gonna do?
Right?
well, if I
Well, if I
learn
learn the
the
HTML code,
I'll put one
I'll put one
back
back in.
Oh.
in. I'll put the
Oh, I found out what Whoopi's child's name is now. I figured it out.
all right.
All right, see you later.
Take that.
Take that much away.
All right, take it
All right,
easy,
take it
man.
easy, man.
There's your website.
Your website
reading.
being
Easy
easy
website.
website software.
Very easy.
Easy.
Hey, Steven.
Hey, Steven.
I'll let you
I'll
up.
let you up.
We'll be echoing.
We'll be echoing a little bit. That's probably.
So,
I think this might be her YouTube channel. I think this might be hers.
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
what-
That's right. That's right.
Hey, Steven.
Hey, Steven.
How you doing?
How you doing?
All these
Well, these
software,
software I have,
all web
pages,
I
I
upload too.
upload too.
So
So
Google took it
Google
all
took it all
away
away
from Sarah.
from
She
Sarah.
took
Took
the
it
upload too.
upload too.
She's echoing.
That's one.
Yeah, I am.
They took all the uploading tools out of the software. They had it out with them, and they took them away from them. But I heard on Amazon, I was reading the book, you can make your own web pages with a WordPad on your computer. By making
By making the
the
codes up.
codes.
This is left.
If it's annoying, I can jump down.
How you doing today, Stephen? All right?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Nothing going on?
Not really. Just I went to the bank and then I come back home.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I didn't have to
I
go
didn't have to
nowhere.
go nowhere.
I had my
Find
t-shirt
my
on
t-shirt
me.
on.
My friend. The good guy,
Those guys got them all.
you're gonna send them
You
to
gotta send them to
me
me,
this week.
this week.
But
But
by going on Amazon, I was reading on their Kindle book software, the free thing they give you. And I was reading the website software. They said you can use WordPad to make your own site from it by typing in HTML codes in. They show you how to do it, and it's simple as anything too. You can even do it yourself too. It's really easy. Just read the book on it. And they give you step by step how to do it.
how to do it.
It's kind of cool.
Kind of cool.
Well, if it's that way, I'll just jump down the chat if it's bothering you.
No, it's echoes back and
back and
forth.
forth.
But this is
I
a
can
good
hear it.
song.
Good song.
And I'm on my phone, I don't know how to do it on the YouTube side.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah, you have to
shut it
shut
off
it off.
or mute
I'll
it
mute it
anyway.
anyway.
I'm gonna try
I want to try to
to
get
get
the
the song
song upload
back in
back
there.
in here.
So you
So you guys like what?
like about this company? They wouldn't give you the right book with the software. I could have smacked them in the head with this. They don't give you the right book to really learn the software. They give you a book that they allow you to have to read, but not the right one. They charge extra for it.
That was bad.
What is?
What is?
That big old echo, I heard it was real bad.
I know who it
I
is.
know who it is.
Hey, Tasha,
Hey,
how you
Josh,
doing?
how you doing?
How you doing, Tasha?
Oh, everything's fine
Everything's
today.
fine today.
I ordered the T-shirts from the vendor today. I never to leave the house. It was bad weather, and I ordered it from them. Everything's all right.
Everything's all right.
How you
How
feeling
you
today?
feeling today?
I'm on my lunch period.
What?
What?
I'm on my lunch period for about an hour.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
I know.
I know you.
Anyway, you're on here on camera. That's a real better. For some reason.
What's that?
What's that?
Am I still echoing or what?
Yeah, it's still
Yeah, it's
echoing.
still echoing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes this week
Sometimes
I'll
this
be
week
doing
I'll be
T-shirts
for
for
that
one.
one.
Otherwise,
Otherwise,
nothing's going on today, Tasha. Everything's fine now. These days. Oh, really?
oh, really?
Really, Stephen?
Yep.
I didn't see that guy's channel up yesterday. I went over to see his channel. It's gone. That guy I told you about,
Mm-hmm.
they took it down. because I looked for it yesterday. It wasn't even around. It was out of my. I muted his mic. I muted the speaker. That RoboCop guy is off YouTube. His channel's gone. I couldn't even find it anymore.
They
Let me mute this thing. What?
She's very upset about it that her channel went down because she had over like 40,000 people, and she was like a real good singer, man. She was just like, man, she could sing. I mean, she had this system that she just like, she had permission because she writes her own music and stuff, and took her channel down. The guy come in because she gets people like how you get people on the panel to sing. Well, these are guys like professional. They know how to sing. Like one guy come out with a guitar, come playing out there. Oh man, he can play the guitar like you ever seen. He could pick the guitar. He took acoustic, and he didn't even look at the. You could tell when somebody knows how to play the guitar when they don't look at the chords or anything. He took that thing. I said, "Oh my God!" I said, "He was singing. He sung a Rhinestone Cowboy by Glenn Campbell. I said, "Well, my God."
I don't even look at my neck even when I play either. I don't look at it either. I'm taught not to.
But so how when she was letting the guy up, she was letting that guy up. Here comes the troll that came in and showed the sex jobs, and that's when the channel went down.
That guy, he's gone, I think, because he admitted to something. I didn't get to talk about what he admitted to, but I went and looked for him yesterday on my subscribers list. It's gone. Sean, gone. They took it off.
Because I was on another. Before I went on your broadcast, I was on another guy thing, and she was telling me that. I said, "Do what?" I said, "Man." But they said that
his echo's bad on his end. His echoes. That's the phone. That's bad when it happens to someone's cheek.
Yeah. I mean, it's just sad.
I can come down. I think that was real bad.
I know it is.
Good question. How can he get his television away?
Yeah, shut the YouTube thing off with your phone. You don't know how to do that. You know nothing about it.
I mean, how do you get his television away?
You only, I don't know how to do it with the phone. I never really use the phone on the stream. I can't tell you. I don't even know how to use it.
Yeah, you have to delete the YouTube and go in with the StreamYard or the Restream app on the phone. You can't just go into YouTube. Like it's a little bit different it's different on a phone than it is on a laptop or a computer. I had to go through that part.
I'm just gonna leave that way. You all have to.
I should try that with my phone, see if I can figure it out. I never really tried that with my phone. Yeah, so I think they took his channel down because you know why? I went in my subscribers list. Gone. Wiped out, kaput. He's not on no more because you know why? He admitted something that he was a one bad dude. He's not on YouTube anymore. He's done. That's what you get for being a weirdo. They don't allow that on YouTube. This software is pretty good though. They didn't take the upload out of the software. Google removed it. Right? I don't know how they do it on a CD. How do they move it out of a CD? I don't know how they can do that. But they did. I got all these softwares I paid good money for, and I can't even use them now because Google took them all out. So if I learn to do the HTML codes, I'm putting it back in here. I'm gonna put the code back in. It's a CSS code that you type in. You can put it back in the software and put it back up. They say you can use WordPad to make your own site from doing it. He's showing me. So I was reading, it's kind of interesting. I thought it was fascinating. Josh, you go lay down and I'll talk to you later, all right? Take care of yourself. If you're not feeling well, go rest up. You know, go rest up and take care of yourself. You find out what's causing all that issues. So you didn't do nothing else. What do you do all day? Is it raining there where you are right now? Is it still pouring out there? No?
It's coming and going.
Oh, okay. Just like over here. Just like over here.
It rained and then sunshine. Then it rained and sunshine. I said, what the hell?
You didn't do that over here. It kept raining over here. Stupid weather over here. It's supposed to rain until tomorrow and it's going to be all cleared up. Now I got to fix my roof upstairs, up in the flat bed roof, fix it because it's a little leak in it. A little pinhole in it. It's leaking.
One of the guys, they were working on a house. And one of the guys that was on the roof fell right through the house because of the.
What the hell did he fall through the roof?
They were getting ready to put new roofing on the house, and the whole like the across where they had the wood, where like this beam. He was on there, and if he just fell right through the thing, and they had to check on because the person that was living in the house didn't know what happened. It was a young couple, and the room that they fell in was the master bedroom, right on the bed. So he was all right, but I think he hurt his hand, so they had to take him to the emergency just to make sure everything's all right. And I think he sprained his hand, but I think he's going to be okay.
And he damaged the house, so they have to pay for that now, right?
Well, they got insurance, okay? All the roofing people has got insurance, okay? And then the lady said that they thought it was, I think it was bad beam across, so they're going to have to replace that whole beam. They got to replace all the wood, so they had to get a contractor to come out there and rebuild the beams that's still there.
Oh, okay.
And they said that the lady's looking at probably like 10 grand because for them to get all they almost got to rebuild the whole house. And one of the construction guys says, you had a stupid contractor that did this house right here. Number one, they put the electrical in the wrong spot. They put the daggone fuse box on the way opposite side. That's a no-no. You should be in the middle of the house. We're in the middle of the house somewhere where it'd be easy to access to.
Huh.
They people don't see like the older house, like my grandma's house. They got the fuse box in the middle of the hallway, and they had to, and see that makes sense. It'd be easy access if something happened.
Fuse box? I have electrical panel in my house. They took the fuse boxes out years ago.
But now there's not a fuse, but now they switched everything out. When they were switching it up, they put it in right back the same spot.
Right.
They just replaced the panel box. So what they did was they took it out and then replaced the new one in there after they, you know how they do.
Well,
But man, they got a whole. My friend said they're in a total mess over there. See, they're supposed to do.
Well, he's gone off of YouTube. That guy you told me about, they took him off. He's done deal. I checked him on the subscribers list. And he was gone. They must have kicked him off Weaver's World. So if you check for him, you ain't gonna find him. Everybody's having a good day today, though. That must have been awful to see a guy fall through a roof and fall through the house. He's lucky he hit the bed, not the floor. He would have been in big trouble.
And the whole time that the Mexican says, "Oh crap!" You said,
Yeah. Well, none of my little subscribers list he isn't. They took him off mine and they removed him. Took him right out. Last thing was in my subscriber count and he was gone. Ripped right out of my whole list of subscribers. They took him off. I don't have him any. I searched for him last night. I couldn't find him. I looked for him. I couldn't find him.
yeah, but I hope he does okay. I feel bad for the customer, man. God knows
Was the house in bad shape?
the house is total bad shape. It's all dry rotted,
Wow, really?
and they one of that real estate agent that came over there told them they need to. The real estate agents is paying room and board over at a hotel room for them until they get this house fixed. They
Wow.
got 2 kids. They got 2 kids too.
Oh, that stinks, huh?
And plus, I mean, all their like her husband works at home, and he needs to be in the house with all the stuff that he needs, and he's pissed because he can't do no work. You know,
Oh, that's terrible, man.
so they said, well, the husband says, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get all my stuff, pack it up, and I'm going to move to somewhere. I'm going to go to my mom and dad's, and if this house don't get fixed by the time I get back here, I'm suing everything a contractor, whoever, and the real estate agent said that contractor is not alive. He's dead.
That's one way to get out of it.
So,
You can sue the real estate agent without selling them a bad house.
So says you put us in this house and you knew exactly what was wrong with this house. And the rest said, no, I don't know everything. All I know is the house. Because I said, oh, he didn't know nothing about that.
Well, you know what the whole thing is on my end, where I live, they have to search everything out about the house before you have to build inspector, have to check it out, search it around, make sure it's in good structural shape before you sell it. And I don't know about who you are, but that's the rule. If he doesn't do that, you're liable to get sued.
So I don't know what happens going to happen. I know this guy is mad because one of my
I would be
friends,
mad too. If someone did it to me, I'd be pissed too.
but a friend told me, he said they're upset that, I mean, because he's a roofer, he was over there, they're upset. The wife and the husband, and they took the keys. I think they're going up to their mother's, they going to his mother's house. I said, oh my God.
Be a lawsuit. It's gonna be a big lawsuit.
And the guy says, if I come back, he says, I'll come back. This house ain't right. I'm going to take somebody to court. So he's picked off because he works at his home. And I don't know. I think he does some kind of like computer software or something where they, but he does go in with a different.
You too, we as well.
Yeah, but it's crazy. I mean,
Yeah,
fell
it is
through the roof. That's terrible. That one thing, that real estate agent was over there And he didn't know what to say. He didn't know what to do. And the only thing he said, "Oh, I could take you to the hotel for," and the guy's husband says, "No." And this is what that husband says. So as far as I'm concerned of you, I want you to get hell off my hell over here. Get the hell out of here.
I'm going to get the hell out of here.
Well, how would you feel? You got a family in the house. Something that happens.
I know.
First reaction is going to come through the father or the husband, one of the or a mother.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I understand what his problem is, but shit. A bad house like that, and he sold it to him, and he didn't get it checked out by a building inspector, he is allowed to be sued. That real estate guy can be sued by law.
And guess what? That real estate agent is from India.
Oh boy. Oh, that's even worse. They sell junky houses.
I said, "Oh crap, they got one run raking out." But I would tell you, the guy's upset. The customer's upset. I tell my friend, I said, "I hope to God he showed me some pictures of it on his phone." But I said, "My God."
A lawsuit coming up now.
And well, the first thing the resident says, "Is your guy all right?" Because the first thing that when he went through, they didn't know what to do. The husband called the realtor. He jumped out of his seat because he heard the thing. He heard the thing when he fall. He was in another room. He heard something fall through, and on the other side of him, it broke the board that was on the other side where he was in his office, and it cracked, and everything. And he didn't know what else.
Oh,
He jumped out there. And he went over there and said, "Oh my God!" And see, he's from New York City. These people from New York City,
you ran the hell out. I ran like shit, huh?
and so the Hispanics didn't know what's happened because they were on. I said, "Oh God!" And the foreman went over there with the guy that was the lead man of the roofing. He ran and said, "Oh, what the," and so and then he had to call the roofing whatever the person that sitting on the job, and the friend, he's the one that runs the job. So he came over there, and then my friend says, and this is the first word that come out of his mouth. Said, "What the hell happened over here?" And the rest says, "It's all my damn fault." I said, "Better be a good explanation." And he's got a lot of explaining to do. That realtor, a lot. This explanation on this right here, because it's going to be some doctor bills if his Mexican is hurting and he can't work no more. There's going to be some liability right there, and plus medical bills that he's got to pay.
Also, he sold him a bad structure. He can be in trouble too.
Oh God,
He's going to
funny.
be screwed.
And she has two kids. One's a 9-month-old baby, and the other one is an 8-year-old that's in school. And now that's going to put a little jeopardy on, like really no homework. They do mostly of it at school. Now the kids don't have homework when they go to school. They have to do it there.
And you'll have no home because the guy his phone ran out. You're the big phone. And he ran. How you said it, Steve, was sounding funny. It was obvious you're the big. He ran out of the house.
See, my friend.
How you said it, man, it was so funny.
He was the manager on that job. He said, "Well, you ain't believe this what happened." I said, "What in the world happened? You sent me these pictures. I didn't know what it was." And And he said that stupid, my roofers fell right. One roofer that was up on went right through the roof. He was cussing, boy. My friend was cussing. He went over there and he says, I am so sorry about this happening. He says, and then Rudder showed up over there about right before he left. That's when all hell broke loose. And he had to take. He told the guys, "I want you to leave. Take them to the daggone emergency right now. Go, go, go." I mean, no look, because it's for an EMS to go and pick you up. They don't own. They have to go out their insurance.
But you know how you said how that guy ran out of the house and you heard the bone with the whole beam. Oh, now what?
I mean, imagine when you're on top of a roof. Yeah, wow. I mean, that's how it went. That's what my friend said. He called me on the phone and said, "Wayne, I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't know how. And he was telling me, he says, I don't know how in the hell these construction people make a living. I said, they don't. They don't make a living. They screw people. That's what they do. They screw people like a darn rat tail. There's no. If you have a good, honest one, very rare. But if you got one that you got to get every time, there's a lot of good construction companies, but then there's got some ones that are bad that just screw you like a.
Oh, I know, I know.
You got to find the right ones, or you don't even need to deal with them. I mean, there's some bad ones out
What
there.
are you gonna do? Rebuild the house now? What is he gonna do to it? He's gonna demo the house and rebuild a new one?
I guess that's what we're gonna have to do.
Well, it's gonna cost him plenty of money. Now, real estate companies are liable for what that happening now. They're supposed to take a building inspection to come over and inspect the structure.
The customer said, I think one of the things though that one of the things that the guy said to him he says, I'm thinking about suing some SOB. That's what he said. And oh God, I said, now he's really fired up. But but they're trying to calm him down a little bit. But he says, no, I can't calm down.
Is the owner Spanish?
No, the owner is from New York. He's a retired. He went to school to be a technician in software, computer software engineer, but he did serve in the military for about 15 years.
Hmm.
And he got married, and he's got a wife and 2 kids now. So
it sounded. I shouldn't have laughed, but the way you told it was in that office. You heard a bone, he ran out.
But he did. I mean, it went. I mean, all of a sudden, I mean, one of the guys that was there on top of the roof, he was on the other side, and he saw him going through. He said, "Oh shit!" You can hear. I mean, that's what he found.
The inside of the house, is any damage done because that beam broke?
That beam is total weight. Air across there, you can hear it crack, and that's when.
So did that office cave in there too when he was in there and he ran out?
It cracked. The beam that when he went through, it cracked on the other side, and he heard it, and he heard it hit the floor, and that's when he jumped up, didn't know what the crap was going on. He thought somebody just busted through the house. His wife wasn't there, thank God. It was him. Kids wasn't there, thank God for that.
Yeah.
One was school, and one was in, and I don't know what she does, but she works too. So
Lucky no one was hurt. If you think the guy got hurt, but lucky that guy inside wasn't hurt. That's crazy.
that's about I paid that house for like $400,000.
Really?
Oh crap! They ain't worth $400,000. That house.
That was a ripoff.
Somebody's gonna get sued big time.
That's gonna be the real estate guy. That's who's gonna get sued. Supposed to get that thing checked before you sell it.
So the guy that's a roofer called the guy at the church that I used to go to, my home church, and he's a real estate agent, and he said that you got to have a building inspector to inspect everything.
Yep. Did I tell you? Exactly.
And I even asked a guy over here that bought the house up the street that his grandfather died. That he was the pastor, for 50 something years. Which when his grandfather died, he went to school to be a brother. Both of him and his wife are brothers now, and they sold his house up here that they had his name on it. And he said that by law you got to have a building inspector, or you can't put the sign out there at all.
Exactly.
You got
to.
You got a building inspector. You got a.
Don't sound like that guy had one when he sold that house.
Something else too.
He
Electrical
messed up.
inspector. You gotta have.
You know what's going to end up happening? I'll tell you what's going to happen. He'll have to pay for that whole new house being built. That real estate guy's pay out of his pocket to rebuild that house.
Water.
He's
check
true.
your plumbing. Check your plumbing. They check
So you
everything.
have to prepay that. You have to pay the whole thing to be rebuilt. That real estate guy is liable for that. So he's screwed. Big time.
It'll be 2 weeks before they know anything because they're way behind, And plus they had to cover it up. They had to cover everything up. He has his computers over there in one room, and they got a hole in the roof. They had to cover that up with plastic. And with all the heavy rain that's coming in and over here that did today, I don't even know how that house is going to survive.
Well, that real estate guy's in big trouble. He's going to get it good.
Well, what he did, he took his PC, he took his computer with him. He's going to plug it over at he says, so he's calling. I know that he took all the pieces because his friends said they helped him took out just to help him out. He said, well, guys, can you help me get all this stuff? They did it because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And he was hurt. He said, guys, I appreciate you, but it wasn't your fault. It was the real estate fault.
Oh, yeah.
And
I knew you're supposed to take a building inspect it before you sell it.
They asked him how long he lived there. He said he'd only lived there for 2 weeks.
Oh, wow. Holy Lord, that's not very long.
They just moved in about 2 weeks ago. That's what he said.
Oh my gosh.
He's only like this guy says only like 36 years old, and his wife is like 20 something. But they're a young couple. I call it a young couple.
They're gonna get that real estate guy's in hot water.
But that guy's from the military. Oh God, they snap real quick. A lot of the military people, they snap real quick when something happens. Oh God.
I know. He's got a right to be mad. He paid for that damn house. He should have got his money worth. That guy ripped him off. Sold him a bad house.
It's kind of like, my word. A lot of things that's happening. They just like today, they closed the school today. Closed the school down because something about medical thing.
Isn't it always something over? Everything seems to happen over where you are. You have more interest in that street where you live than I have over here.
Look at this. They
What the heck?
they had a truck fire. They had a truck crash in Johnston County. 2 trucks collided and blowed the whole thing up. 2 trucks blowed the whole thing, caught on fire. Everything went up in flames. Right in front of a gas station.
Oh my gosh, what a crazy place you live.
But
Yeah,
it's
what's
crazy.
going
It's
on?
crazy over there. It's crazy. I looked at the trucks they caught on fire. And I said, "Oh my God!"
You have more interesting things going on in your city than it is mine. Jeez. That's ridiculous. Huh.
And then what? Just now they're calling now these people these where they uh one of the mayors up here in Raleigh, one of the I don't know what you call them, but they said they're saying to Governor Cooper that he's a racial bullcrap. He was racial. People don't even know what that racial word means.
Mm.
And as a black guy, one black guy want to sue Cooper because he's a racial and he works for like the Senate or whatever. And I said, oh God. I said, you better be careful because I'm gonna tell you one thing. I got black friends, and I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a lot of them. I mean, a lot of my black friends they'll take a shirt off their back to anything, you know. And,
I got
it's
a lot of
not mean. I think it's just some people just want attention. They want it their way or no way.
the world's crazy anyway. They can't accept anybody these days. They always have to make fun of people because they're different color skin. It doesn't make any difference. People
Boy,
just can't leave well enough alone.
living in
That's
a
all.
world that are so confusing.
But your neighborhood seems to be very interesting. All the things that are going on over there are very crazy. Jesus creepers. Have more bad luck in that neighborhood than anything else.
My neighborhood has calmed down in the last several weeks.
So where's that house located? Right in your neighborhood?
No, it's in North Raleigh. That's 30 minutes from my house.
30 minutes? Yeah, but it's in the same city, right?
Yeah,
It's in your interesting city. Things go wrong over there.
they got
Crazy.
last night. Last night I heard a police officer. I said, "Oh my God!" I thought they would not have the siren, but then they, and I said, "What the crap? What in the world is outside?" And I woke up, blue lights everywhere, and a person across the street died.
Really?
Yeah, they had the sheriff, they had the fire truck, they had the EMS. And I went, oh man. I said, I'm going back to bed. And I said, Lord, you know that answer.
Mm.
But it's a guy across the street. His wife's been sick for a while. She died of some kind of breathing problem with her lungs. She was a heavy smoker, he told me.
Oh, that's why, huh?
He said, I will never touch a cigarette as long as I live.
Mm.
He said, he says, He said, I picked up one. You know, I tried cigarettes before one time. Get it? When I tried it, I just gave the pack to another person that was smoking the same thing that she was smoking with mine. So you can have these cigarettes. I don't want them. I quit after that. I didn't never touch the cigarettes no more.
Good for him.
And that was me, you know, too. I mean, I smoked maybe a couple at a few because I was getting frustrated at Food Line at the time when I was working at Food Line, the grocery store, and I was getting frustrated because, you know, um, it was just crazy. And we, and I remember that day. I remember that. I just remember that day as long as Larry, uh, the manager Larry Herndon, his name was named. So he said, he says, he says, he says. So he gets a phone call because one of the employees was bullying me. Ain't no lie to this. He said, I didn't know a little man like you can pick up somebody and body slam that. I said, yeah, you don't want to mess with me. That's what I told him. That nobody don't mess with me.
What'd you
And,
do?
huh?
What'd you do?
One of the, of that field line and one of the employees was bullying me and like real kind of like real, you know, he was harassing me, you know. And so Larry gets a phone call, says, I think you're gonna have to get a talk with such Stephen Wayne Batten, you know, on some things. And so he so the guy was egging me on, and so I picked him up and body slammed him right in front of everybody. And the assistant manager come over there and says, Wayne, what the she said, she said, go in the back. So I went in the back and she says, and they told me I need to leave. And so they called Larry, and Larry says, no, 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 no. If that guy, if you, the guy that was picking on me, he says, I want you to get rid of that SOB, and I'm going to go down there, and I'm going to have a little talk with him. And you know what? Wayne was doing self-defense. If someone was picking on somebody, how would you feel? How would you feel? You ought to know how to act. You're an employee working in a food line, and the food line is probably one of the biggest chains right now. And if somebody was picking on me, or he said I would probably done the same thing, pick up the son of a gun and slam him down too if he was bouncing off like that. But how would you feel in his shoes? If you're picking on him, how he feels in that shoes right there. Now he was doing self-defense because that person right there was egging him on. When you egg a person on, how much can you take? So that's what it was called, a reaction. And it's like a magnet.
So you got rid of him then, right?
And they took care of him when he got back. He said, "You're fired. I'm keeping this guy." He said, but then after about 3 weeks, that's when I quit Food Line because my grades was going down. I needed to concentrate on school and then get first. But
yeah,
well,
I wish I'd seen that when you body slammed. That might have been funny.
So one of the coaches says, "Man, I didn't know we were gonna have a wrestling match already up in here." I said,
Well, did you ever see that kid on Instagram? That fat kid, that little kid was bothering him, and he went boom right on the floor, and the kid was limping away with his knees. It was all hurting his knees. It's in Australia. The kid got recognition for that. You know, he was popular. It might be a Braun Strowman against somebody. He picked the kid right over his head and went boom. It went bang right on the ground. Right on the ground.
have you watched it's like a real good show. I think it's called Bad News Bears or something like that. With It's like the little league
Yeah, I
baseball.
seen that before.
That's funny. I mean, him and that guy that died. I can't think of his name right now. They both.
But that kid really slammed that kid. I couldn't believe it, right? The kid was
Yeah.
skinny. And he was doing this to him. And, yeah, boom, boom. Right, picked him up right like the wrestling. And he slammed it right on the ground. The kid was got up and limped away.
Well, I didn't really. I kind of like. Have you ever? Well, what I did is when he. But the guy, now he's a. The guy that I bought him, now he's a sheriff. I mean, not a deputy sheriff.
The one you slammed on the ground.
And he's lost a lot of weight too. He was a big guy. He was like a real
How
big
big
guy.
was he slammed?
Huh?
How big was he?
He was a fat guy, sort of like a. People says, "My God!" One of the guys goes, "Man, a little man like you picked up that guy standing down like that. I said, holy mackerel, you need to be in a wrestling." But I said, "No, sir."
Did he bounce when you landed on the ground?
Huh?
Did he roll?
He just he didn't know what happened. Really, he went up. He started laughing. That's what he did.
When you slammed him, you started laughing?
He started laughing.
I laughed at that kid on Instagram. He slammed that kid. The kid limped. I had the film on that, but I don't have it now.
Oh yeah, I think I seen that one.
That kid got popular as all. He's from Australia. That kid took it so long he couldn't take it anymore, he said.
And that and it's crazy. It's very crazy because but that's the same thing that almost happened at another incident in another retail store that I worked at was Kmart. That one, I was very, 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 very. I was doing my job, and the guy come up, and I was doing the job. He says, "Why are you doing this?" And because I was a car boy, I was like taking the carts and stuff out of the parking lot. And the guy come up, one of the employees that was working there, he was a car guy. He says, "Who told you that you're supposed to be doing these carts?" I said, "Mr. Ayers told me to do this." I said, "You got a problem?" And he was a black guy, okay? And I said, and at that time, look at a young man in the 20s on how you talk to somebody, on the way, how they talk to you. So he says when he come up to me and says, "Yo, what," he says, "Who told you you're supposed to be doing these cards, blah, blah, blah." And I said, Mr. Ayers, and then he says, "You need to go in there and blah, blah, blah." I said, "Buddy, I ain't going up in there. I'm doing what Bill Ayers telling me to do." I said, "If you got a problem, you can take that up to him." And the first word, he took the cart, ain't no lie, and hit me with the cart. Hit me with the cart. I said, "Buddy," I said, "Why did you hit me with the cart? That's not cool." A customer says, he's just doing his job. The customer was right there. He says, "I'm just doing a job. And you're mad because I took your position away?" Bill Ayers walked out there. One of the customers went there and said, "You can go get the Bill Ayers, but don't hit me with that cart again." He said, "I hit you so many times with the car." I said, "Buddy, you hit me one more time, I'm going to take this cart and I'm gonna put this over your head, and you will never see the light of day.
Yeah.
And he says, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit. Then he's threatened me. Said he's gonna hit me in the mouth. I said, buddy. I said he won't even let me go by him to go inside the good builders. One of the customers says, leave this guy alone. And everywhere I went, he was just following me. And I said, he's asking for trouble. And I think they got rid of him about the day that I came back. Then they got rid of him and fired him. Bill Ayers got rid of him. He said, Bill Ayers said that. He says, I'm so sorry about that incident. That was probably the most. He says, I've never seen a person. He never done that to nobody. I said, something. He must have got mad or something that I took his position away. But he had another position. He had a stocking position. And the stocking position was a good position because it was making more money than the cardboard did. But the cardboard was very busy. Even if it was raining, snowing, whatever, you still got to get them cards out no matter what. And I dedicated my time with them customers.
That's true.
If they need me to take the groceries to the car, I took them to the car, put them in the car for them. And sometimes they want to give you tips. I didn't want no tips. I just did it because that's the job I was supposed to pay. That's what my duties.
Right.
I remember I was at Food Line, and we used to get tips. They didn't want you to take them, but I remember at that time, a lady gave the highest thing I ever had. The highest tip over there was a $20 bill, and was an older lady, and I took it. And you know what I did? That $20, I went right, put it in the house of God. I said, I'm gonna bless the Lord with this thing. I don't need it, and I did it. Every time I got a tip, I put it right in the offer plate. I didn't want it.
Right.
Because I was making more money. I think I was probably making about at that time maybe like $7 an hour or something like that. But it was good money at that time. Then when everybody was complaining about, the minimum wage, go work, for crying out loud. Everybody's got to be appreciated what they have.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Holy Trail Girl, how you doing? Hey, Terry, how you doing? Welcome to the stream.
I'm just thankful at that time I had a job.
Right.
I mean, all through the years I had. I mean, then I started my own business. Why did I start my own business? Because I got tired of people, one thing telling me what to do, to be honest with you.
Or being bullied by people. You really need that shit. You didn't need that
I just got tired of the stupid managers that they had stupid managers. I thought like military sergeants.
Oh, gee. That is stupid. Okay. So how's your day being, Terry? How's everything going?
But look at me right now. I mean, I'm blessed and highly favored because my life has changed completely. I used to, I work with Eckers. I work with, Eckers, Kurt Drugs, and all of them. We're all the same. And then they got sold by whatever, and then now it's CVS. So I mean, they got bought out, but But I had a good time when I was there. I flew to New York, New Jersey, set up all the stores,
Yeah.
But that was just like the good times there. I mean, I got to put the good memories that you have with different companies.
Yeah.
But when Service Merchandise, I worked with them, and
Yeah, they out of business now.
Yeah.
I thought they were. That was a good company too when you were around. Whatever happened when they go bankrupt.
Service Merchandise is known for their jewelry. They were number one in the jewelry department. How to fix it. They were selling a lot of jewelry. But I'll tell you what, if I told anybody, if you had a jewelry store, do jewelry. Don't put nothing else but jewelry.
Hmm.
You'd be surprised how many people
Yeah, the
come.
other stuff in that company, you know, only that, you know.
They had electronics, they had exercise equipment, they had toys, they had home appliances,
Hmm.
pictures, whatnot. You know what I mean? Little extra things.
Yeah.
Because they were dealing with companies, so they were giving them all this kind of stuff. Um, and you had to go on the shelf, you had to pull the item, you had to put them in the right order, you had a price tag, you had to do all this stuff. You had to be a cashier, you had to know how to run a cash register.
Uh-huh.
But they were training people.
Mm.
They wanted me to work in the layaway apartment. And they switched me to put me on the floor because I was very good with the customers.
Yeah.
They had this big thing on the top of it. I remember that day. I said, where am I going to get that down? And I mean, this is the only display they had. They only had the display one. We could sell the display, but then when they said that they're no longer going to have that product out no more, we took the display and gave it to the lady. So we had to take everything apart off that thing. There was me and this guy, one of the managers, we had to take that thing all the way down. I had to be careful because it was way on the top shelf. And they had it bolted down so it don't fall. So they had it.
Right.
So we took everything apart. It was a pain in the rear to get that thing down.
Mm.
And she paid for it. She came back the next day. We had that thing all in the box with instructions how to put it together. All the bolts and everything was there.
Right.
And we gave her, I think they gave her a used discount because it was just a display.
Mm.
And then about 3 months, they brought that item back, but in a different way. And Steve looked at that item and said, "This item looks like crap." That's what one of the managers said. We have to. I can't remember. I remember it was one night. He couldn't shut off the freaking alarm. He was trying to get the alarm, and the gate won't come down right. And I stayed with him and said, "Wait, can you stay just a little longer just to get this little thing down?" And he went down that thing,
Hey,
and he finally got it off. He says, "Can you believe this?" I said, "I can't. I believe a lot of things." That's what I tell him. I believe a lot of things, but I said, "Do you have a flashlight? Because I can't see this thing." I had to go get in my car and get a flashlight because he couldn't see. There was no lights on that side because the light would burn out. And he says, "Now on, I'm gonna bring a flashlight. Now on, every time I come out here." I mean, during the pit dark. I mean, I don't know how the managers would do it today. I mean, I just don't know how they do it today. And they said that now every time that a manager leaves, like a Walmart, they have a security walk them to the car at night.
Mm.
Well, that's good because the security's always there at Walmart.
Yeah.
They have to because of one of the. I was talking to that guy last night. He said, "Oh, we busted somebody last night." I said, "What in the world?" He said, "Yeah, unbelievable." I said, "You don't believe what people steal today." He says, "Some guy was trying to steal a TV from the back. He couldn't hardly pick up the darn TV to get up here, and we busted him in 5 minutes." A lady was trying to steal lingerie. She said, "Oh, I didn't know I was stealing." Oh, bull crap! You hear that all the time.
I didn't know it was that one. Was she on LSD or something? What the hell? Oh,
Well,
hold on. Jesus. I declined the call. It says scam likely. I don't answer calls like that. I don't
Right.
deal with that crap.
she was on meth. They busted her with meth and stuff.
Oh, no wonder. They put their bodies when they take drugs like that.
They had two young kids come out to Walmart with bikes. They went to the toy section, and they had a bag. They took the bag in. I'll just give you a little thumb. There only were like 10. One was 10, one was 12. They stole about 100 Hot Wheels. 100 Hot Wheels. They ran out the store with them 100 Hot Wheels. They got on it and flew down with them bikes. They went down the road. And the guy says that by the time they got to their house, they were right there, the cops. Because, see, what happens is they got video cameras everywhere you're walking. And they got every clip of their faces and stuff.
Mm.
And they didn't know that they had a camera where their bikes were. See, everywhere you go outside the building, they got cameras everywhere you go. So just people don't know nothing.
Mm.
A criminal is dumb. Okay.
Yeah, they are dumb. Yeah.
So you can't outrun a retail store when they got cameras around the building.
Mm.
I mean, they got so many cameras out of Walmart parking lots, it's unbelievable. They got that blue light flashing around in the middle of the parking lot, and people are like, "Are you crazy?" I said, "Yeah, they're watching you right now in the parking lot."
Yeah, I know, huh? Mm.
In case something happens out in the parking lot, I walked out of the parking lot I walked out of the parking lot the other 2 days ago. There was two women was fighting over a bag, for crying out loud. I went in my car, went on out
Over
of
a
there.
bag?
Over a stupid daggone pocketbook. I said, "Gee whiz, what's this world coming to?" That's what I said when I walked in the car. I said,
Crazy to me, though.
"So I'm getting out of here." I got in that car and left. So I'm fixing to see a cat fight. I said, I'm getting right out of here.
I seen two ladies in my neighborhood going at it, rolling on the street. I broke them up. I said, "You want to go to jail, both of you? Smarten up, your mothers. You have kids. Grow up a little bit and stop the bullshit." And they stopped. I said, "Behave yourself, both of you. Stupid people, I'm telling you."
I fight over the dumbest things in the world.
I know they do. They do.
Like how girls were fighting over the boys and boys were fighting over the girls. I mean, good God Almighty, they got so many girls out there, for crying out loud.
I know. Or guys hitting women or something stupid like that. And I'll tolerate that myself. Stupid people.
And see, it's like I really enjoy, and like when I get on here and I meet people here, I said, "Wow, I didn't know that you're from here. I didn't know you're from North Carolina. Man, we can get together." But
Yeah.
Like Nitro, he's from North Carolina. Backlash is from North Carolina. Clyde, the fishing guy, he's from North Carolina. He's supposed to be taking me fishing. Clyde, a very nice guy. He's a Christian guy. And Bag Lights is Chris. He's supposed to be taking me fishing one day, but he's so busy right now he can't.
He works all the time. He has no time to do anything.
Yes,
I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right.
Hey, Bernie.
– 4:30 p.m. Huh?
Yeah.
Probably get up at 5 o'clock. Come back at 7, I think. Just weather's been crazy though lately.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably step off it anyway.
All right.
I'll probably see you around that time.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'll probably get off here and go back at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock tonight.
All right, well, I'll talk with you later.
It's 4:31. I might as well get off everybody. I'll see everybody later. I'm going to get off here and have my early dinner and come back at 6 o'clock.
All right.
So everybody have a good day, all right? And we'll be back at 6. So I'll see everybody at 6 p.m. And Holy Cowgirl and Bernie and Squirrel and everybody. I'll see you all later. I'll be back at 6 o'clock. So everybody have a good day. I want to get off and have my early dinner and come